and welcome to Baker Affair. I'm Pika, and on today's episode, I'm going to make my grandmother's delicious 100-year-old raisin bread recipe. It's very simple. There's only a few ingredients, and it might not be the fancy types that you see around, but it's what brings me back to my childhood. So I hope if you try it, that you'll come back and let me know what you thought about it. Anyway, let me tell you the ingredients. It's going to be yeast, water, warm water, brown sugar, flour, salt, and raisins, and a little bit of oil. I'm going to leave the recipe below, so check that out. And in the meantime, let's get started. Okay, so in this bowl, I'm going to add warm water. Make sure it's not too hot because you will kill the yeast. And we don't want to kill the yeast. And then I'm going to add the yeast. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to add the brown sugar. I'm using the wrong tool. Let me get the right tool. That'll work because you want to dissolve the sugar. You want to dissolve the sugar before you add in the oil and the flour. When I grew up, oh, the smell in the house because my grandma lived with me. Oh, my Lord, it was so delicious. Okay. Growing up, my grandma lived with me, and every time she used to make this bread, the house used to smell delicious, and then she would take it out of the oven, and while it was still warm, you'd slice it and put butter, slather it with butter, and eat it, and it always just brings me right back to my childhood, like instantly, and for some reason, this recipe's on my mind, so I'm going to make it. Okay, now that that's dissolved, I'm going to add the oil. And hopefully I didn't kill my yeast, and hopefully it's still alive because I haven't used yeast in a very long time. Okay, oil. I'm going to add the flour. I'm only going to add a little flour at a time because I want to make sure where I am. Yeah. So when I get into a situation like this, the funny thing with bread is if everybody's measurements are different. Like my grandma, she used to just throw everything together. And it's kind of like you're just trying to figure out what you're supposed to put in it. Because I'm the same way. Like I'll take a recipe and then I add things to it and I know what I did, but I can't put into words what I did because I just did it and I just knew that this is the way you do it. So flour is kind of the same way. You get it to, like right now, it's too goopy. It's not good. It's just like too wet. So I have to add more flour. So I'm going to add more flour. Let's go back down. Okay, so mixing this together. And I should also put salt because I always forget salt. And I'm just going to put, I don't know, like that much salt. Maybe a little more. That's the other thing. She never left a measurement of the salt. She was just like, this is what I do. So, and I'm going to add, and because my parrot bit me, the other day, I have to wear a glove because I don't want to get the Band-Aid wet and I don't want anything like weird. And all right, so I'm going to turn this out, add the raisins, lots of raisins, and then I'm going to turn it out. Flour the surface. Okay, and then I have to knead it. And I mean, I guess you can use, and I'm gonna add more flour too because I just feel like it needs it. And I guess you could add whatever you want. You want to add cinnamon, add it. You want to add nuts, add them. Walnuts. I mean, my mind goes all kinds of different ways. You want to add more raisins, add more raisins. I actually might add more raisins because I feel like I want more. Okay, so now I'm going to throw this into an oiled bowl and then we're going to leave it in the bowl covered in a warm place for about an hour until it doubles. I'll be back once it doubles. Okay, so it's been about an hour and what I do is I put it I heat the oven up just slight on warm and then I shut it off and then I stick the bowl into and it's doubled now. See how? And a nice way to do it is put it in a bowl that when you know it's doubled, it'll go up to the top. So that's what I did. So now I'm going to punch it down. Come down and watch me because it's fun to watch. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just going to punch. See how it deflates? Like that. And then I'm going to roll it out. I'm going to put it on the counter with a little bit of flour. So I can shape it. I just kind of like do that a little bit just to get it shaped a little bit. And I'm going to stick it in this that I've greased and let it rise for an hour before I bake it at 350 for about 40 minutes. That looks good. Stick that in. Now I'm going to stick it in there. I'm going to press it down a little bit. That's what I'm going to do. It smells so good. Okay, and then I'm going to cover it back up, put it back where I had it, and let it rise for another hour. So now I'm going to stick it back in the oven that I have like kind of preheated, not really. It's just sort of like warmed, and then I shut it off so it can rise. And it's going to go in for an hour, and then I'm going to bake it at 350 for 40 minutes. So I'll see you when it's done. Okay, so the dough has risen for an hour. It's more than doubled. I probably should have put it into separate pans, but this is the way it looks. I'm going to throw it in the oven for 40 minutes at 350 degrees, and then I'll see you when I get it out. Okay, so I'm back. It's out of the oven. It's cooled down a little bit, not too much. And I should have put it in two separate loaf pans, but I made one big, so it kind of deflated and everything else. But here it is. It looks good. And I'm going to try it. So I'm going to slice it right now. Let me show you. Look at that. It smells so good. It's a soft bread, so it's not hard crust. It's like soft and pillowy. It smells delicious. I'm going to put some butter on it. Okay, so how does it taste? Does it remind me of my grandma's? It is her recipe. I think she used to use dark brown sugar. I'm not sure. It tastes like hers, but I guess the love is not, it's still good. I'll eat it. You can always put icing on top. That white powdered sugar icing. Make a nice thick coating on top. That would be delicious. I hope you try it. I'm going to leave the full recipe down below. If you like these videos, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like. And I thank you for watching and being here every week, and hope to see you next week. Until next week. Ciao.